A question that you have for Dr. Barnard. Please, sir, I see your hand first.
Okay.
So you know what? I'm going to go out in the crowd with this.
Okay.
And yeah.
I'm gonna go pee. Wednesday.
5-minute Q&A. All right. I'll hold the mic. You just ask your question.
John Swallow Exam Room Podcast Addict. There are two questions. What is the optimal A1C for diabetes? And two, I know there's feces in cow's milk that's commercially produced. What about goat or other milks that are available?
Okay.
Do they have feces there too?
What your doctor is going to want to see, if these are all just general rules, but if a person has diabetes, they want to have it below 7 as your A1C. And the reason they pick 7, that's not normal, but they're afraid that if they push you too much below that, when you're on medicines, they're afraid that you're going to get too low sometimes, and that if you're hypoglycemic, that means your brain's not getting glucose, and they don't want to hurt you. So what doctors use, and this is a reasonable choice on their part, to have 7 or below be your target. But if you're not on medicines at all, you want to be 5.6 and below to be what we call a healthy A1C. And the question is, what about goat's milk? What about other mammalian milks? They all have estradiol in them. And just kind of biology 101. Cows and sheep and goats, they don't make milk. They're sitting enjoying their life, and they're on your goat farm or your cow's farm. And what happens is that some underpaid person who works for you will take the goat and chain the goat by the neck and stick his left hand up her backside, and through the rectal wall you can feel the uterus, and with your right hand you stick a knitting needle kind of thing through the cervix and inject semen that you bought, and you impregnate her, and then when she gives birth you take the offspring away. And you can set up goat yoga to have the little kids play for a while, but eventually they're going to be all killed. And all the offspring from every dairy, whether it's a goat dairy or a cow dairy, they're all killed. And then the mothers are killed as well at about age 4. A cow in nature lives to be about 20, but on dairy farms they're impatient. The younger cows make more milk, so they kill all of them by about age 4. The reason I emphasize that, there are a lot of people who become vegetarian for ethical reasons, but they'll say, well, I'll drink the milk because they don't kill the cows. They kill them all. The males are killed right away when they're born for veal. The females are impregnated a few times and they're all killed by about age 4. Am I cheering you up? Chuck, where are
Right
you?
over here, my friend.
Okay.
Right over here. I'm here with Katie, who has a question about supplements.
Yes. I was just wondering if you had any important supplements specifically for children that may be more important, especially in adolescence.
Okay, wonderful question, thanks. The first thing is that kids, like adults, do need B12. And if a mother is breastfeeding, she will be supplementing B12, and should be, and her child will then profit from that. But then kids do need B12, and Flintstones vitamins and all the other brands, they all have the B12 that's in it. If your kids happened to live in equatorial Africa, which is where our species began, vitamin D would be made by sunlight on our skin. But unfortunately, some people had the bad judgment to move away from equatorial Africa to places like Fargo, where I grew up. And there are big times of the year when you're not going to be getting any sunshine at all. And so vitamin D is a supplement at that point. That's really about it. But the other rule for kids and for everybody is that there are 4 food groups: vegetables, fruits, whole grains, beans. You don't have to exactly even it out, but all of them should be there. The meat substitutes are okay, like it's birthday time. Don't give the kids lentil loaf because the neighbor kids are going to beat your son up. But if you give them like veggie dogs and stuff, that's perfectly okay. So, great question.
Here we are. One more, Dr. Barnard. I'm here with my friend here, Sam. Sam has a question about hypertension.
Yeah, thanks. This has been a dilemma. I've been researching this and no results. I stopped eating meat at 17. I'll be 64 in July. I'm a vegan. 8 grandkids. 2 months ago, can you believe it? Hypertension. 130 lower in the upper 80s. I exercise 11-minute mile. I do weightlifting, just everything moderate. And I still can't. 2 types of prescription. And my diet is pure vegan. That's a 0.001 when I eat my grandkids' pizza once in a while. But Any recommendation?
Okay, well, first of all, you haven't done badly, and congratulations, and you look like $1 million. So you're a role model for everybody else. But about blood pressure, the things that affect it are, you probably know these, but let's just walk through them. One, of course, is sodium. And so reducing sodium, that's kind of as far as a lot of dietitians go, but that doesn't get you very far. That'll knock a few points off. And the high sodium foods are dairy, number one. Cheese is loaded with it, and snack foods also. But you read the sodium labels, and in nature, beans and grains and vegetables and fruits really don't have much sodium. Okay, that's number one. And you want to trade it for potassium, which is the vegetables and fruits have a lot of potassium, and that does the opposite. That will bring blood pressure down a little bit too. So the more vegetables, fruits, the better off we're going to be. The third thing is blood viscosity. Guys know about this from motor oil. You buy high viscous motor oil that's thick. It's like fat. Low viscosity means it's more like water. Your blood is either more or less viscous depending on what you ate. So if you eat cheese or meat, for example, those fats are thick and your blood is more viscous and your blood pressure goes up. You can do the same thing with vegetable fats. So vegetable fats, especially things like coconut oil and palm oil, will make the blood more viscous and your blood pressure is going to go up. If you get the fats out of your diet really scrupulously, even things like extra virgin olive oil, keep the oils really, really low, and just do that for even 30 days, and you just see if your blood pressure drops. There are people who do all of these things, and their blood pressure remains up, and that's genes. That's genes. And beyond that, you lace up your sneakers, you run like crazy, and you're doing every darn thing known to humanity. And this is, so far as I know, that's kind of the frailty of the human body. Thank you. All right, thanks to all of you. Thank you so much. Everybody, let's do that.